Welcome back to the Snark Tank, where we dive headfirst into the stories that shape our world, delivering the unfiltered truth with the energy you crave. The news cycle is relentless, a runaway train of information, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing out. Today, we've got a packed show that's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. Get ready for some seismic shifts, some unexpected twists, and some insights that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. We're talking about the ripple effects of global policy on small businesses. And we're starting with how some of your favorite businesses, the ones you've seen pitch their dreams, are facing unexpected economic headwinds. Next up, we're pulling back the curtain on the deals that went sideways. Not every Shark Tank success story is smooth sailing, and some partnerships have led to major controversy, legal battles, and public disputes. We're diving deep into the most heated moments and uncovering why these deals sparked so much debate and what it means for the future of reality business television. Then, the business world is buzzing with major announcements. Get ready for a big reveal as Shark Tank officially sets its season 17 premiere date. We've got the inside scoop on the new schedule, and more importantly, a look at the star-studded lineup of guest sharks stepping into the tank, ready to make their mark. Who's joining the regular crew, and what kind of expertise will they bring? And finally, we're heading into the high-stakes world of collectibles, where a familiar shark is making a record-breaking move. We'll explore an astonishing investment in a trading card that's shattering records and hear why one of our favorite investors is comparing this hot market to the Wild West of cryptocurrency. Don't miss any of it. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and join the conversation in the comments below. Let's go. Tariffs take a toll. Shark Tank businesses feel the economic squeeze. Global economic policies can hit home in ways we least expect, and for many businesses that found their footing on the famous Shark Tank stage, the impact of recent tariff hikes has been nothing short of devastating. Manufacturing abroad has long been a strategic cornerstone for countless Western businesses, a tried-and-true method for optimizing costs. The simple equation of lower production expenses leading to higher profit margins and more competitive pricing for consumers made overseas manufacturing a logical choice for years. However, the landscape dramatically shifted with sudden, substantial tariff increases, igniting what many have dubbed a tariff war. These policies, driven by specific geopolitical visions, have not been kind to businesses of all sizes, and those that pitch their dreams on Shark Tank are certainly feeling the heat. These tariff adjustments have brought many American businesses to a grinding halt. Major production hubs like India and China, long the backbone of global supply chains, found themselves grappling with significant tariff restrictions, causing widespread disruption. Every business is feeling the economic pressure, and ventures launched on Shark Tank are no exception. We're looking at how specific businesses that appeared on the show are bearing the brunt of these policy decisions. Take Nightcap, for instance, a brand built around its innovative nightcap scrunchie, a discreet drink cover ingeniously hidden within a hair tie. After initial testing in the US proved prohibitively expensive, with production costs exceeding $4 per unit, co-founder Michael Benard made the strategic decision to move manufacturing to China. There, factories could manage the entire production process at a fraction of the cost, a model that had sustained the company and fulfilled large university orders for over 4 years. This stable system was abruptly disrupted by new tariffs. A single $6,000 order from the UK was suddenly burdened with an additional $1,200 in costs, a shock that caught Benard completely off guard while he was traveling. The lack of clear, consistent trade rules makes reliable pricing a near impossibility, and Benard stresses the critical need for advance notice periods for tariffs, allowing small businesses to avoid being blindsided mid-production or mid-shipment. Similarly, Kim Mekwood's Click and Carry, a product designed to simplify carrying multiple shopping bags, had relied on a factory in Fujian, China, for 8 years. Kim attempted to mitigate the impact of impending tariffs by selling off existing stock and building up inventory, but these measures offered little respite. A container valued at $150,000, which previously incurred duties of approximately $19,000, could now face tariffs as high as 145%, effectively eradicating her profit margins. Mekwood explored the possibility of shifting production back to the US, but found it financially unviable. The cost of a single mold would more than double that of a Chinese counterpart, and the necessity of importing raw materials like resin, coupled with significantly higher labor costs, would inflate manufacturing expenses by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Kim expressed a desire to produce her product domestically, but stated that without targeted incentives for small businesses, such a transition remains economically impossible. Ash & Erie, a pioneering apparel brand specifically catering to men 58 and under, operates a complex supply chain with manufacturing spread across Peru, Mexico, Turkey, China, Vietnam, and Guatemala, often splitting the production of a single item, like denim, across multiple countries. This extensive international reach has made the recent tariffs particularly challenging, with items already in production experiencing overnight cost increases. While most of their spring inventory managed to clear customs before the new tariffs took effect, the upcoming autumn and winter collections are now at significant risk. Co-founder Mazur notes that this pervasive uncertainty compels them to be extremely cautious about production volumes, forcing a delicate balance between the risk of selling out and the peril of being saddled with costly excess inventory. Toybox Labs, creator of a child-friendly 3D printer that allows kids to select and print toys via an app, also faced similar challenges. The company initially attempted U.S. manufacturing, but the cost was double that of production in China, rendering their product unmarketable. Partnering with a Chinese manufacturer had been the key to making their business model affordable for the past 8 years. For intricate hardware like 3D printers, relocating production is not a practical solution, especially since essential components such as motors and magnets are overwhelmingly sourced from Chinese suppliers. Even after factoring in tariffs, China remains the sole viable manufacturing option. Compounding the issue, the unpredictable nature of these tariffs makes any form of advance planning virtually impossible. These examples underscore the precarious balance many businesses must strike between cost-effective production and the sudden shifts in global policy. They built their operational frameworks on predictable costs and reliable supply chains, only to find themselves subject to regulations that can change overnight, often announced via social media. The most frustrating aspect for many is that larger corporations often possess the resources to negotiate exceptions or exploit regulatory loopholes, leaving small and mid-tier businesses to absorb the full impact of these tariff policies. But what happens when the deals made under the bright lights of television lead to unexpected consequences? Get ready, because next, we're diving into the most controversial Shark Tank deals and uncovering the drama that unfolded long after the cameras stopped rolling. Behind the deals, Shark Tank's most controversial moments and what went wrong. Since its inception, Shark Tank has captivated audiences, evolving from a mere reality television show into a genuine cultural phenomenon. Its distinctive, laser-focused approach to entrepreneurship has cemented its status as a viewer favorite. Across hundreds of pitches and countless investments, Shark Tank has frequently found itself in the spotlight, not always for the most positive reasons. It's a stark reminder that not every deal struck within the tank's confines ultimately reaches a successful conclusion. While the show has undoubtedly inspired a legion of entrepreneurs, behind the glossy facade of success stories lie numerous deals marred by controversy, protracted legal battles, and fractured partnerships. Much of this controversy can be traced back to critical failures in the due diligence process, significant misalignments in expectations between founders and investors, or intense disputes over company valuations and control. The seemingly harmonious images of pitchers and investors sharing triumphant moments on screen often mask a more complex reality. Post-deal, entrepreneurs have frequently voiced grievances, blaming the sharks for various perceived shortcomings, while investors, in turn, often claim that founders were not entirely forthcoming with their financial data. These discrepancies have frequently escalated into heated verbal exchanges and even legal confrontations, transforming Shark Tank into a frequent subject of contentious debate. In other instances, legal complexities, simple miscommunication, or unfulfilled promises have culminated in very public disputes. These incidents serve as a potent illustration of how even the most high-profile business agreements are susceptible to the same pitfalls that plague everyday commercial negotiations. Let's delve into some of the most contentious Shark Tank deals and dissect the reasons why they ignited such widespread debate. Consider momtrepreneur Shelley Ayler, who presented Shono, her innovative line of towels designed to provide modesty for children changing out of their swimsuits. Her initial ask was for $50,000 in exchange for 25% equity. Despite impressing the Sharks with her presentation and drive, they expressed hesitation about investing in a business still in its nascent stages. Only Lori Grainer and Damon John extended offers. Following a tense negotiation, Shelley ultimately accepted a deal from Lori for $75,000 at 25% equity. However, the post-show narrative took a controversial turn when Shelley revealed in an interview that the check Lori presented did not bear her full name, implying a lack of genuine commitment from the investor. Lori's team countered, stating her significant involvement in advancing Shono, particularly with Disney, but declined to provide further specifics due to confidentiality agreements. Tragically, the business ultimately ceased operations in 2018. Megan Cummings brought her company, You Smell Soap, to the Sharks, seeking $55,000 for a 20% equity stake. She detailed her range of luxury-scented soaps, priced between $7 and $12, noting that the business was pre-revenue at the time of her pitch. Mark Cuban made the first offer, matching her request for $55,000 for 20% equity. Barbara Corcoran followed with an offer of $55,000 for 40% equity, plus a 10% royalty. Ultimately, Megan secured a deal with Robert Herjavec, who agreed to her requested valuation and a $50,000 salary. Despite the on-air agreement, the post-show experience proved contentious. Megan never received the promised funds from Robert. He later revised his offer to $55,000 for 50% equity, which she declined. The situation drew significant media criticism towards Robert. Defending his position, Robert attributed the deal's collapse to issues arising during the due diligence phase. Megan eventually sold the venture in 2014, and it closed 2 years later. AI Bubba Baker and his daughter presented Bubba Q boneless baby back ribs, a patented barbecue rib business, requesting $300,000 for 15% equity. The Sharks were impressed by the samples and the reported $154,000 in sales in 2013. Kevin O'Leary and Damon John made offers, with Damon ultimately securing the deal for $300,000 at 30% equity. The business flourished, reportedly achieving $16 million in sales by 2016. However, the relationship soured dramatically after the show. In a 2023 interview, Bubba accused both the show's producers and Damon John of unfair practices, alleging he was pressured to accept a reduced valuation of $100,000 for 35% equity, a significant drop from the initial $300,000 for 30% deal. He also claimed to have been excluded from critical business meetings. In response to these allegations, Damon initiated legal proceedings, filing a restraining order against Bubba, which prohibited him from making public comments about Damon's family. As of 2024, the company's website is no longer operational. Vladislav Smolyansky pitched Pinblock, a construction toy company, seeking $100,000 for 20% equity. He disclosed that he owned 85% of the business, with a friend holding the remaining 15%, and mentioned generating over $18,000 through a Kickstarter campaign. While the other Sharks passed due to the venture's early stage, Kevin O'Leary expressed interest, contingent on licensing the toys. Facing no other offers, a seemingly pressured Vladislav accepted Kevin's deal for $100,000 and 50% equity, with Kevin noting his inclination to collaborate with toy businesses. Post-Shark Tank, the deal disintegrated. Vladislav alleged that Kevin pursued a partnership with a major toy firm independently, without consulting him, leading to the deal's ultimate collapse. Vladislav now works in media management, and following Kevin's withdrawal, Pinblock ceased operations in 2021. These controversial deals offer valuable lessons for entrepreneurs navigating business partnerships. A key takeaway is that while Shark Tank provides unparalleled exposure, sustained growth hinges on meticulous planning and robust business practices. The show is undoubtedly a celebration of innovation and bold ideas, but the contentious nature of deals like Shono, Pinblock, and You Smell Soap highlights its inherent risks. For aspiring entrepreneurs, the message is clear. Success on Shark Tank is merely the starting point. Thorough due diligence is paramount. While some deals create controversy, others are making headlines for entirely different reasons. The exciting announcements about the show's future. Get ready for the big reveal of Season 17's premiere date and a sneak peek at the all-star guest sharks joining the panel. Shark Tank Season 17, premiere date, guest sharks, and a post-Cuban era. Get ready, Shark Tank fans, because the highly anticipated Season 17 premiere date has officially been announced, and it's coming sooner than you might think. With the departure of a titan like Mark Cuban after Season 16, viewers have been buzzing with anticipation and a touch of apprehension about how the show will evolve. Cuban's unique blend of sharp business acumen and unpredictable, high-stakes bets made him an indispensable part of the tank's dynamic, leaving some to wonder if the show can maintain its electrifying energy. However, as the new season approaches, exciting details are starting to emerge, promising a fresh chapter filled with innovation and new perspectives. The Sharks and their latest investment opportunities are set to grace our screens starting Wednesday, September 24, 2025. This marks a significant scheduling shift, moving the show from its long-standing Friday evening slot to Wednesday nights, a move that could signal a new rhythm for the business reality juggernaut. As described by TV Insider, the upcoming season will continue to feature the formidable Sharks, self-made multimillionaire and billionaire tycoons, in their relentless pursuit of groundbreaking businesses and products across America. The show remains committed to offering individuals from all walks of life the chance to chase the American dream and potentially secure life-changing deals. The core lineup of Sharks remains strong, with series originals Damon John, Barbara Corcoran, Robert Herjavec, and Kevin O'Leary all returning to their iconic seats. Adding to the established roster, fan favorites Lori Grainer and Daniel Lubetsky are also back, ready to bring their distinct investment styles to the table. However, the absence of Mark Cuban leaves a void that the show plans to fill with a dynamic rotation of guest sharks, a tradition that has consistently added new energy and diverse expertise to the proceedings. For Season 17, the guest shark lineup is particularly noteworthy, featuring a mix of established entrepreneurs and influential figures from various industries. Among the exciting additions is the dynamic duo Chip and Joanna Gaines. Known for their transformative work on HGTV's Fixer Upper, they have successfully cultivated their Magnolia brand into a sprawling lifestyle empire encompassing home design, retail, media, and hospitality. Their keen eye for design, innate understanding of branding, and proven track record in building and managing multiple successful businesses make them a compelling choice for the Shark Tank panel. Alexis Ohanian, a name synonymous with digital innovation, brings his considerable experience as the co-founder of Reddit. His subsequent venture into investing through his firm 776 has seen him actively support a diverse array of startups across technology, sports, and other sectors. Ohanian's strategic insights and understanding of the modern business landscape are expected to offer a unique perspective to the pitchers. Kendra Scott, the visionary behind the eponymous Kendra Scott Design, Inc., started her company with just $500 in Austin, Texas, in 2002. Today, it stands as a billion-dollar brand, renowned for its strong retail presence, distinctive designs, and commitment to fostering a supportive work environment. Her entrepreneurial journey, mirroring that of many founders who start with modest beginnings, makes her a natural fit for the show. Michael Strahan, a legendary figure in the NFL with a distinguished 15-year career playing for the New York Giants, has successfully transitioned from the football field to the realms of television and business. He boasts his own custom suit line, Michael Strahan Design Lab, and a production company, SMAC Entertainment. Strahan's multifaceted experience across sports, media, and entrepreneurship promises to add a unique and engaging dynamic to the tank. Allison Ellsworth, the innovator behind Poppy, a gut-friendly soda that has rapidly gained market share, surpassing even giants like Pepsi and Coca-Cola on Amazon, represents the power of a kitchen-born idea. Fawn Weaver, the founder and CEO of Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey, has achieved remarkable success, building the fastest-growing whiskey brand in the United States and expanding into the cognac market. She holds the significant distinction of being the first Black woman to lead a major spirits company. Rounding out the impressive guest list is Rashon Williams, a prominent venture capitalist who has invested in over 150 companies. He is recognized for his expertise in helping athletes and entertainers leverage their success into astute investments. Williams is also a partner with the Atlanta Falcons and the founder of his family office, Value Investment Group, demonstrating a keen ability to identify lucrative opportunities and guide wealth creation. While the return of familiar faces brings comfort, Mark Cuban's absence undoubtedly leaves a significant void. His presence was characterized by a distinctive mix of sharp instincts and bold, often unconventional, bets that kept the show's atmosphere perpetually charged and unpredictable. The tank will certainly feel different without him, but the influx of new talent and perspectives promises an exciting new chapter. From the boardroom drama to the world of high-stakes collectibles, there's always a new frontier for our sharks to conquer. Get ready, because next, we're talking about a record-breaking deal involving legendary athletes and a shark who sees a parallel with the digital gold rush. Kevin O'Leary invests in record-breaking Jordan Bryant card, compares it to Bitcoin. In a move that highlights the surging value of high-end collectibles, Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary has revealed his involvement in what is now the most expensive trading card ever sold. O'Leary, known for his diverse investment portfolio and keen eye for emerging markets, has openly embraced the collectibles space, likening its potential to that of digital currencies like Bitcoin. For years, vintage trading cards, featuring icons such as Mickey Mantle and Honus Wagner, have commanded significant attention and astronomical prices at auction. This trend reached a new pinnacle recently when a unique card, the UD Exquisite Dual Logomon Autograph, serial numbered 1 of 1, featuring both Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, shattered previous records, selling for a staggering $12.932 million. This sale surpassed the previous record of $12.6 million for a 1952 Mickey Mantle card, and significantly outpaced the $5.2 million for a 2003 for Upper Deck Exquisite Collection, LeBron James Gold RPA. The identity of the buyers remained confidential during the auction process conducted by Heritage Auctions. However, O'Leary himself broke the silence in an interview with CNBC, confirming his participation. He revealed that he, along with fellow investors Matt Allen and Paul Warshaw, pooled their resources to acquire the card, thereby avoiding internal competition. "We bought it together, yes we did," O'Leary stated, expressing pride in the acquisition. He anticipates that the card will remain a permanent fixture in his collection, forming part of an expanding index he is developing with his partners. O'Leary articulated his investment philosophy, equating the value and potential of high-grade trading cards to that of his cryptocurrency holdings. "We look at it no different than our Bitcoin holdings, our Ethereum holdings, our gold holdings," he explained. He views sports card trading as an increasingly institutionalized market, with prices demonstrating consistent appreciation, much like collectible watches or rare art. He has allocated a 5% weighting in his overall portfolio to this asset class, emphasizing that he sees no fundamental difference between trading cards and other alternative assets. The majority of the capital gains accrue to the rarest Pollocks, or, Warhol pieces that are extraordinarily priced. You think and then you wait a decade and look at them again, and see you get extraordinary capital gains. It's a very thin market, but as an alternative asset class, I'm all in, O'Leary commented, drawing parallels to the fine art market. This landmark purchase adds to O'Leary's existing collection of basketball cards, an area he has been actively investing in for several years. The significance of this particular card lies in its unique attributes. It is the sole Logomon card featuring autographs from both Jordan and Bryant, and it uniquely showcases a gold logo patch from the jersey Jordan wore during the NBA's 50th anniversary season in 1996-97. Such rarity and historical significance are key drivers of value in the high-end collectibles market. The accessibility of such high-value cards has also increased, thanks to platforms like Whatnot, Fanatics, and eBay, which facilitate live selling. Retailers like GameStop are also capitalizing on this trend, expanding their offerings to include sports trading card packs and partnering with grading companies like PSA to authenticate cards. Even sporting goods giant Dick's Sporting Goods has entered the fray, recently acquiring a rare Paul Skeens rookie card for $1.1 million and displaying it in store, signaling a broader industry shift towards embracing sports memorabilia as a significant market segment. From record-breaking investments to the anticipated return of a beloved show, the world of business and entertainment is always serving up something new. Stay tuned as we wrap up today's show with a quick recap of all the top stories and give you the full call to action. And that's a wrap on another electrifying episode of the Snark Tank. We saw how global tariffs are impacting small businesses, dissected the most controversial Shark Tank deals, got the inside scoop on Season 17's premiere and guest sharks, and marveled at Kevin O'Leary's record-breaking card investment. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the show, subscribe to the Snark Tank for more unfiltered insights, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below telling us which story grabbed your attention the most, and be sure to follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you next time.